Hi guys, I'm Nivita. In this video, I'm going to share you some questions based on teacher recruitment tests like TET, CTET exams and all. Okay, so first part will be like proficiency in language. They will check you whether your proficiency in a particular language like Hindi or English or anything. Okay, so the first thing is they will be giving you some comprehension. Okay, and you have to answer the 5 questions. Based on that, you have to answer some questions. The first question would be like, what does the passage mainly discusses? Seasonal and temporal patterns of heart attacks. Okay, so it's like the whole comprehension is based on heart attack only. So we are writing it like seasonal and temporal pattern of heart attack. According to the passage, which of the following is not possible cause for many heart attack? So according to this passage, which is not possible for many heart attack is lower heart rate. Understood? So that is increase of hormones may cause a heart attack. Increased blood pressure can cause, decreased blood flow to the blood can cause a heart attack, but lower heart rate can never. Which of the following is cited as a possible risk factor is eating fatty foods? Which of the following does the passage infer is? We now fully understand how the risk factors trigger heart attacks. We do not fully understand how the risk factor triggers heart attack. We have not identified risk factors. We have recently begun to study how risk factors. That is, we do not fully understand how the risk factor trigger heart attacks. Okay, that is what the passage infers, the passage tells us. Pick out a word from the passage which means very likely to be influenced or affected. So influenced or affected means susceptible. Okay, it's like he is susceptible to coronavirus means he's affected by the coronavirus. Okay, susceptible means affected. Understood? Then we have to choose the synonyms or antonyms, the grammar part and all. Okay, the mother with the children were expected. The mother with the children was expected. Okay, the mother with her children was expected will come. Sohan is pleased at the news yesterday. Sohan had been pleased. Okay, that is yesterday only, right? And this is also a passive sentence. So Sohan had been pleased at the news yesterday. So if passive voice comes means been will be there. It is a past, so it's like had been pleased. Select the most appropriate synonym for grip. Grip is distress. Understood? Distress means grip means complaint about something in a persistent, irritating way. So that synonyms are complain, grumble, protest, distress, everything. Antonym means compliment and praise. Next, assertion. Antonyms for assertion is abatement. Accretion means the process of growth or enlargement by a gradual build-up such as increase by external or addition or accumulation. So increase is referred to as accretion. Okay, therefore the other synonyms would be like accumulation, assemblage, collection, accumulation, etc. Antonyms means it's like decreasing, right? So drop, reduction, abatement, fall, decrease, everything comes under antonyms. Select the option that is an indirect form the given sentence. They said they take exercise every day. So they have given indirect sentence. You have to convert that into indirect sentence. Okay. So they told me that they took exercise every day. They asked whether that is wrong. They said that they took exercise every day, right? They said that they took, that is right. So third option is right. The given sentence is of direct speech. The reporting verb said and remained unchanged. Present indefinite change is changed to past indefinite tense. The correct sentence is they said that they took exercise every day. Understood? Then we are going to see some general knowledge questions. Which state has launched a digital locker facility in flood prone villages? Which is Kerala. Okay, so Tamil Nadu is here, no? Then nearby Kerala is here there. So there only digital locker means it's like sometimes flood may happen in some areas, no? So in that area the most valuable assets can be stored in the digital locker. Okay, Kerala to launch a digital locker facilities for the villages prone to flood. This facility will help the people in the villages that are prone to flood to keep their valuable documents safe. Where will Mizoram and Assam hold chief minister levels talk to resolve border disputes? Is New Delhi. In New Delhi, Mizoram and Assam chief ministers are talking about the border disputes and all. Okay, then Jagdeep Dhankar appointed as Dash Vice President of India is 14th. Okay, remember like D is fourth letter, no? So Jagdeep means one will come. So 14th Vice President of India is Jagdeep Dhankar. Jagdeep Dhankar. Actually, President Draupadi Murmu administered the oath of office to Jagdeep Dhankar at Rashtrapati Bhavan. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, former Vice President Venkaiah Naidu were present at the ceremony. Which state government will distribute people 30 lakh national flag free of cost? 30 lakh national flag free of cost is Odisha. 30 is coming, so Odisha is coming same or less, right? So Odisha government will distribute 30 million national flag for free to the state. So to remark that 75th anniversary of Indian independence, they are doing this. Understood? How many villages in Chhattisgarh have recently received community forest reserve? Is 10. Okay, Chhattisgarh CM gives community forest reserve rights to 10 villages. Bhupesh Bahel, Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, distributes community forest reserve rights for 10 villages in core and buffer areas of 2 tiger reserves under scheduled tribes, other national forest dwellers. So given like 10 how many villages? Community forest resource right. Then who is inaugurate the National Conference of Rural Cooperative Bank is Amit Shah. Okay, the government of India collaborated with which company to train 2.5 million civil servants in computer skill? Is Microsoft. Understood? Not Google. Please listen. The government of India collaborated with which company to train 2.5 million civil servants in computer skill? It's Microsoft. The government of India is doing this. CBC carries out the capacity building for the ministries of defense, skill development of entrepreneurship, expenditure, finance, okay, many more. Who's appointed as the state brand ambassador of Uttarakhand government is Rishabh Pant. Okay, Rishabh Pant is appointed as a state brand ambassador, Rishabh, at Uttarakhand government. What state government will utilize the service of NCC cadets to create awareness among single-use plastic in the state? Is Punjab. Punjab state used NCC cadet students to create awareness on single-use plastics. Okay, Punjab. 1 lakh NCC cadets to help the Punjab government in creating awareness about single-use plastic. A memorandum of understanding was signed between the Punjab Pollution Control Board and National Cadet Corps, under which the service of NCC cadets will be utilized to create awareness among single-use plastic. IMD, Japan, UNDP to collaborate for accelerating climatic action in how many states and UTs in India? That is this, no, to collaborate for accelerating climate action in how many states and UT in India? So what they are telling is 10. Okay, in how many states is Indian Meteorological Department, which is termed as IMD. Okay, the government of Japan and the United Nations Development Program will jointly create new initiative for accelerating climatic actions in 10 states and UTs in the country. Fifth of a month falls 2 days after Monday. Okay, Monday will after Monday 2 days are there only fifth is coming, so fifth will be definitely Wednesday, right? What day of the month will precede 19th of it? Then what would be the day in 19th means? See, fifth day is Wednesday. Okay, 5 plus 7 is 12. 12 plus 7 will give you 19. Therefore, it's like a cycle, no? It has completed 1 week, right? Therefore, Wednesday is the 19th. Okay, but what they are asking is what day of the month will precede. Precede means what? Before. So Tuesday will precede 19th that month. See, a walk towards north 4 kilometers. See that line. There is a starting point. From that 4 kilometers he is going to north. Okay, and then walks 5 kilometers. They are turn right and walk 5 kilometers. Then he turns towards south and walks 2 kilometers. He is turning to south, walking 2 kilometers. Again he takes a turn towards the west, walks 3 kilometers. He is taking west. Okay, west means see that direction diagram. West is this side. Okay, that side walk 3 kilometers and stop a while. Then he further walks 2 kilometers and then further walk 2 kilometers. What is the distance of A from its starting position? So from starting position, what would be the distances? Total is 4 kilometers, right? So actually see that side 2 kilometers as completed. So 2 kilometers will come. Okay. Next question, B, C, F, G, J, K. What would be the next letter? Okay. The difference between B and C is +1. The difference between C and F would be like +3. Then F and G is +1. G and J is +3. J and K is +1. Okay, likewise it used to come. So if you take that in order, you will be getting N. See that picture. What would be the completion of this picture? They may give you some pictures. Okay, so it's like what to say, the value would be like 3. See, compare this two. Okay, you will get the answer as 3. Next, the completed pattern would be like this. Find out the odd one. 16, 36 are square numbers. 25, 55 are not square numbers. 49, 64 square numbers. 25, 81 are square numbers. Therefore, the answer is 25, 55. Junk email is also known as spam. Okay, computer question. When a file is saved for the first time, see the second one, it must be given a name to identify it. When a file is saved for the first time. Which programming language are classified as low-level languages? Assembly language. Which of the following is not an antivirus software? Is Oracle. Others, McAfee, FProtNav are all antivirus softwares. Which device is required for internet connection? Is modem. Then we are going to see some psychology questions. Okay, PT teacher wants her students to improve fielding in the game of cricket. Which one of the following strategies will help best his students to achieve the goal? Okay, a PT teacher question. Students give you a lot of practice in fielding. Tell students how important it is for them to learn field. Explain the logic behind good fielding and rate of success. Demonstrate fielding while students observe. The first thing is give students a lot of practice in field. Okay, in studies it is different. Okay, but in games and sports, what is absolute true is practice makes a man perfect. This is why perfect in any game, the player should entirely do perfect practice. This principle of learning is called principle by doing. Understood? Then 42nd question. Which one of the following is true about the role of heredity and environment in the development of a child? So in the development of the child, the relative contribution of peers and genes are not additive. It's like we can't tell like genetic takes 50 percentage, environment take 50 percentage and all. It's like the relative contribution. Okay, peers and the genes are not additive. Which one of the following is true, they are asking. Questioning by the teacher constrains cognitive development. Development and learning are unaffected by socio-cultural context. Students learn only in certain ways. Play is significant for cognition and social comprehension. Here, play isn't significant for cognition and social comprehension. That is, only one statement is true. Play is significant for cognitive and social other playing, right? Questioning by teachers is good for cognitive development of the learners. Development and learning are affected by social cultural connect. Students learn in different ways, which is incorrect to way of language development. Letting the people talk uninterruptedly on a topic, disapproving the use of their own language by children, supporting initiation taken by children, providing opportunity for using children. So what is the incorrect way means? Disapproving the use of their own language by children. Which of the following cognitive verbs are used to analyze the information given below? Analyze means it's like differentiate. Okay, Bloom's identifies 6 levels within the cognition domain. From the simple recall, recognition, the facts as lowest. We already know play is significant for cognition and social competence. Okay, which is incorrect way to support the language development? Letting the child talk uninterruptedly on the topic, disapproving the use of their own language by children, supporting initiation taken by children, providing opportunities for using language, disapproving the use of their own language by children. Which of the following cognitive verbs are used to analyze the information given? Differentiate. Analyze means differentiate. Bloom identifies 6 levels within the cognition domain. From the simple recall or recognition or fact as the lowest level, through increasingly more complex and abstract mental level, to the highest order, which is classified as evolution. Analysis refers to the ability to break down material into its component parts so that its organizational structure may be understood. This may include the identification of the parts, analysis of the relation between the parts, and recognition of the organizational principle involved. Learning outcomes here represents a bigger intellectual level than a comprehension and application because they require. A teacher wishes to help her children to appreciate multiple views of the situation. She provides her students multiple opportunities to debate on this situation in different groups. According to Vygotsky, the perspective of students will dash various views and develop multiple perspectives on the students on their own. Internalize. Okay, Vygotsky is a foundation. It's like a social theory. He developed a social theory. So when a student is given by a different situation, means he internalizes various views. Understanding of human growth and development enables to understanding of by understanding what is growth and development, the teaching diverse to clear about teaching diverse process. Understood? Understanding socialization means adaptation to social norms. Rajesh is voracious reader. Apart from studying the course book, he often goes to library and read books on diverse topics. Rajesh does like his project even in lunch break. He does not need prompting by its teachers or parents to study for text and seems to truly enjoy learning. He can be best described as intrinsically motivated learner. Okay, so without any external motivation, they are doing it for the pleasure and develops a particular thing. It's morality, the right thing to do. Okay. So they are obviously willing to learn new things. So this is what intrinsically motivated students will do. Gifted students means gifted students cannot be learning disabled, need support not ordinarily provided by the school, can manage their studies without a teacher, can be good models for other students. Need support not ordinarily provided by the school. Okay, Generally, gifted individuals learn more quickly, deeply, broadly. Gifted students may learn to read early and operate at the same level as the normal children. So, gifted students tend to demonstrate highly reasonable ability, creativity, curiosity, large vocabulary, and an excellent memory. They can often master concepts with few repetitions. Okay. They may also be physically, emotionally sensitive, perfectionist, and may frequent questions authority. Learning disability may occur due to all of the following except. So, learning disability can happen due to cerebral dysfunctioning, emotional disturbance, behavioral disturbance, but cultural factors is not a reason for learning disability. Readiness to learning refers to Thorndike law of readiness, general ability level of students, present cognitive level of students in the learning continuum, satisfying nature of act of learning. It's like a Thorndike readiness for learning is present cognitive level of students in the learning continuum. Continuous and comprehensive evaluation emphasize how learning can be observed, recorded, and improved upon. That is what continuous and continuous evaluation. Schools should cater to individual difference to understand why students are unable to learn. Okay, individual difference means to understand why the students are able and unable to learn. The sounds of TH, PH, CH are phonemes. Phoneme is a basic unit of language phonology which is combined with other phoneme to form a meaningful unit such as words or morpheme. First one is phonemes, then morphemes. Okay, the phoneme is described as the smallest contrastive linguistic unit which may bring about the change of meaning. Okay, it's just a group of letters. Kill, kiss. The thing is, the words are changing, which is refers to as a phone. Two words that differ in meaning through a contrast or a single phoneme is called minimal pairs. In linguistics, a morpheme is a smaller grammatical unit in the language. This field of study dedicated to morpheme is called morphology. Morpheme is not identical to a word, and the principal difference between the two is that morpheme may or may not stand alone, whereas a word by definition morpheme is not just identical to word. We don't say like a word as a morpheme. The principal difference between the two is morpheme may or may not stand alone, whereas a word by definition is freestanding. Every word comprises one or two morphemes. Example, unbreakable means here un is a morpheme, break is a morpheme, and able is a morpheme. Okay, so grapheme is the smallest semantically distinguishing unit in a written language, analogous to the phonemes of a spoken language. So phonemes refers to spoken language. Graphemes refers to writing language. Grapheme may or may not carry meaning by itself, may or may not correspond to a single phoneme. Graphemes include alphabetical letter, typographic ligatures, Chinese characters, numbers, etc. Then lexeme is an abstract unit of morphological analysis in linguistics that roughly corresponds to a set of forms taken by a single word. Lexeme means if you consider a word, so for example, if you consider run means in English language, run, runs, ran, running are all form of the same lexeme. Okay. The following three aspects of intelligence are dealt by Sternberg triarchal theory except social. Actually, Sternberg triarchal theory of human intelligence subsumes both Spearman's and underlying information processing components. These triarchal theories include three facts. One is analytic, creative, practical. Analytic means componential. Creative means experiential. Practical means contextual. Sternberg's theory built on this earlier components approach for reasoning. This theory is mostly based on observing Yale graduate students. Sternberg believes that if intelligence is properly defined and measured, it will translate to real life success. Giftedness is due to what? Genetic makeup and environmental motivation. Understood? Inclusion schools inclusion school is committed to improve the learning outcome of all students irrespective of their capabilities. Okay. Teacher has some physically challenged children in their class. One of the following would be an appropriate for her to say. Polio affected children will now present a song. Wheelchair bound children may take the help of the peers in going to hall. Physically inconvenienced children may do an alternative activity in the classroom. Mohan, why don't you use your crunches to go to the playground? Mohan, why don't you use your crunches to go to the playground? School-based assessment makes students and teachers non-serious and casual, dilutes the accountability of Board of Education in achieving universal national standards, helps all students learn through the diagnosis. Okay. Actually, school-based evaluation have the following characteristics. It's broader, more comprehensive and continuous than traditional system, aims primarily to help learners for systematic learning and development, takes care of the needs of the learners as a responsible citizen of the future. It's more transparent, futuristic and provides more scope for association among learners, teachers and parents. Understood? Then what kind of support can a school provide to address individual difference in the school? Follow same level of curriculum, follow child-centered curriculum, provide multiple learning opportunities to students, apply every possible measure to remove the individual difference, refer slow learners to special children. So follows child-centeredness curriculum to provide multiple learning opportunities. Understood? In order to avoid gender stereotyping in a class, the teacher should encourage boys to take risks and be bold. Try to put both boys and girls in same non-traditional roles. Appreciate students' good work by saying good girl, good boy. Discourage girls from taking part in wrestling. Just try to put both the girls and boys in non-traditional roles. Okay. Howard Gardner theory of principal intelligence. Unique abilities of each individual. Okay. Conditioning skills and all operant conditioning will come. General intelligence is not. Unique abilities. Gardner multiple theory says unique abilities of each individual. Okay. So Howard Gardner book is Frames of Mind. The theory of multiple intelligence is given by Howard Gardner. Gardner articulated 7 criteria for the behavior to be considered an intelligence. They were potential for brain isolation by brain damage, place in evolutionary history, presence of core operation, susceptibility to coding, distinct development progression, existence of savant. So those are the things. Gardner chose 8 abilities like spatial, linguistic, logical, mathematical, bodily, kinesthetic, musical, interpersonal, intrapersonal, naturistic. Okay. Later he suggested that essential and intelligence may also be worthy of inclusion. Sita has learned to eat rice and dal with her hands. When she given dal and rice, she mixes dal and starts eating. She has assimilated, assimilated the schema. The following are the steps in the process of problem solving except anticipate outcomes, identification of a problem, breaking down problem into smaller parts, explore possible strategies. So the answer is third one they have given. The teacher said focus more on lecturing and provide a foundation for knowledge. Treat errors committed by the students as blunders and take serious note of it. Measure success as a number of times students avoid making mistakes. Not correct students while they are trying to communicate ideas. Teachers should not correct students while they are trying to communicate ideas. Okay. Which of the following is appropriate for environment conducive to thinking and learning in children? Which of the following is appropriate for environment conducive to thinking and learning children? Allowing students to make decisions, what to learn and how to learn. Learning disability in the motor skill is called dyspraxia. In motor skill is called dyspraxia. Motor skill means sequence of movement that combine to produce smooth, efficient action in order to master a particular task. Okay. Generally, motor skills can be divided into 2: fine motors and gross motors. So many factors motor skill include birth weight, body build, parenting style, everything influence the motor skill. Okay, dyspraxia is a type of the development coordination disorder that affects the movement and coordination. Although the exact cause of dyspraxia in children are unknown, it may be caused by the disruption in the way message from the brain are transmitted to the body. Dyspraxia is characterized by difficulty in planning smooth coordinated movements. This leads to clumsiness, lack of coordination often. It can lead to problem with language perception and thought. Dysphasia is a partial and complete impairment of the ability to communicate resulting from brain injury. Okay, dysphasia. Dyscalculia means math inability. Okay, dyslexia means person's influencing ability to read. Dyslexia means inability to read. Okay, the phonological difficulty with phonological awarenment, phonological decoding. Likewise, it used to dyslexia means they can't differentiate between saw and was, because both are having same spelling, no nuclear and unclear. They can't find difference between them. Dysgraphia means it's like affecting writing. Okay, difficulty in writing and pure spelling and thoughts in paper. Seema is desperate to score A plus grade. She enters examination. She is extremely nervous. Her feet go so cold and heart starts pounding. The reason is that she may not be able to deal with sudden emotional outburst. Okay, learning disability does not improve with appropriate learning disability means it's disability, so it cannot be improved with appropriate input. Okay, learning disability is a variable state. Interest as in relationship with attention. Understood? Then application of knowledge, skill or subject learned in other situation is known as transfer of learning. Which of the following is the first step in the process of conditioning? First step is frequency. Memory is a direct use of what is learned. It's Woodworth, MW, remember like that. Okay. Which of the following condition is not the internal condition attracting attention? Which of the following conditions are not the internal conditions? Emotion is organized through instinct, what they are feeling. Dash word is used for motivation is need. Word is used for motivation. For the development of or formation of concept in the student, the teacher should follow all the above activities. Follow simple to complex method of teaching. Provide opportunity to the students for ample experience. Provide opportunity to the students for transfer of formed concept. Thinking is mental activity in its cognitive aspect is Rose. For the development of imaginations, sense organs should be trained, story should be narrated, attention should be paid on the development of the creative tendency. All the activities should be done. Okay, thank you for watching.